Folks moving around the grounds of the USTA National Tennis Center. Action all over the place on the outer courts and in the show courts. We'll be getting back to the Angela Haynes match shortly, but now back inside Arthur Ashe Stadium. Michael Chang against Fernando Gonzalez. 30 all.
He's 2 points from winning the second set, Bill. So this is a big chance for Chang.
30 all and 4-5.
That's a good late call, just wide. It's set point for Chang. I mean, 90% of the people, the players, probably the people that know the game in the locker room, figure this is Chang's last match. It's been a miserable couple years for him. You can see that ball is just wide. It is set point for Michael here to level this set. Gonzalez doesn't seem mentally to be very into this match so far. The advantage he's got is he's just absolutely one of the most powerful hitters. Goes for broke on virtually every shot. That serve a good example there at 128 miles per hour. It might be higher than 90%. Gonzalez is
Do you like that kind of game, high-risk game? Or do you think he needs to pull it back a little bit?
I'd like to see him pulling back. I'm not sure it's in his nature so far in his career. Certainly since he's become a top 20 player, he's had the most success playing this style. So you don't want to change a winning formula.
Right on the line, 10th ace. And 5 all. And when you think of Michael Chang, looking back on his career, John, what comes to mind for you?
Well, he was the 90s version of Leighton Hewitt, the ultimate hustler. Dug as deep as anyone you'll ever see on a tennis court. A miniature Jimmy Connors, one of the fastest, if not the fastest player that's ever graced a tennis court. The opposite, though, unfortunately, Bill, of Sampras. Sampras went out and winning his final match and winning the U.S. Open. Chang has been a shell of himself the last couple of years.
Well, with the ceremony last night, you really can't help but think of the contrast between these two. Chang right on the edge, almost there, over and over again throughout his career. Only one Grand Slam, never got to #1. And then Pete Sampras, one of his contemporaries with all of his success and the greatest Grand Slam champion ever.
It's ironic that Michael, out of the 4 great players, and my buddy here on the left, Jim Courier, won 4. Andre Agassi's at 8. Pete's at 14. Michael's first and only one turned out to be the 1989 French Open.
When he was only 17.
And even here, he gets one up by Sampras, because Sampras' retirement ceremony comes about. Oh, by the way, Chang's done too. An afterthought. That's a great shot from Gonzalez, because he was in trouble. He got caught, but he still came up with an excellent drop shot.
And backpedaling with that one, too. Tricky shot to play on the back pedal.
Well, he gave Chang one more opportunity because he hit it right back to him. And I think another thing you'll notice with Michael is believe it or not, he's slowed down. Yeah. He's lost a step. And when your game is built on that hustle and speed, it's devastating.
And it's interesting to note that Andre really hasn't. And he's a couple years older, year and a half older than Michael. And it's not really noticeable in his foot speed as much as it is with Michael. Probably because he doesn't rely on it quite as much as Michael does.
Love 30.
Well, I look at Agassi and I think of someone who's quite possibly the greatest striker of the ball. A better version of Jimmy Connors. It made players run twice as much. Chang didn't have that.
Right.
You look at Gonzalez. I mean, he completely mishit 2 balls there to win, but won the point. You don't see Agassi mishitting many balls. Gonzalez has a chance to turn this set around. He's been struggling the last couple games on his serve, almost lost the set, but now has a chance to break here and serve for the second.
Triple break point.
That ball wasn't that far from Chang yet. He didn't get it.
So a break for Gonzalez. 6-5 in the second. Michael Chang in his 17th U.S. Open, trying to extend his stay a little bit, but this is going to be a tough task against Fernando Gonzalez, and Gonzalez now serving for the second set.
Gonzalez also uses angles well. Michael's had to move as quickly, and we've seen him do it numerous times. I mean, let's talk about, he's had a great career.
Absolutely.
7 times he's finished in the top 10 in the world. He is one of the gutsiest players that's ever played. And he's still, I mean, he's going to fight and claw to the final point.
You heard him, get out of there. Angela Haynes, by the way, out on court 11, has dropped the first set.
He's won that French. He's been a French finalist. He's been a U.S. Open finalist.
How many titles he's won in Asia over the years. Playing in Asia against Michael Chang was like playing Elvis in Memphis.
Well, now they got Shisha Pan, so that could be an exhibition.
You think?
I think that would.
A little series?
If Michael wants to still test his mettle.
30-15.
He would walk into hotels, and we'd be playing in Hong Kong, and there would be throngs waiting at the door of the hotel.
Goodness.
And I was always bummed they weren't there for me, to be honest.
2 set points for Gonzalez. Whipping forehand, and Fernando Gonzalez is up 2 sets, 6-3, and now 7-5. Gonzalez, we welcome you back
Loose.
inside. What's that?
So they better start getting loose.
Yeah, it's unraveling quickly.
Well, Gonzalez has gained in confidence and relaxed a little. It's too bad we don't replay. It wouldn't take long, the first 3 points of this game, because he's absolutely crushed 2 forehands.
And as you can see, Chang is triple break point down now to start the third.
It was like that, except they went in. All or nothing is Fernando Gonzalez, which is unusual for a South American who grows up on clay courts to play this style.
Easy break.
Well, it's sad because when you see a guy who's lost confidence, shots that he should put away, he gives his opponent one more chance. Then he moves forward. Michael's never been that comfortable at net. He pushes the volley. I mean, the technique was reasonably solid, but he pushed it long. And you just feel like you hope that in about at 20 minutes, well, we're going to, for you Chang fans out there, we're going to show that he has come from 2 sets down. But this would be the toughest of them all, probably at this point.
Gonzalez has won the last 4 games.
That's not many people, I can assure you, have won 6 times from 2 sets down. But what they should do, Bill, this is my proposal, is make an announcement now that Michael's, this is his last match. And bring people in and give him a round of applause when he leaves the stadium, because he deserves that, at least that much, and he's going to sort of go out with a whimper here. And the crowd is obviously sort of not into it. It'd be nice to sort of gather the troops.
Well, early on they were cheering him. Michael had a little bit of success, especially in that second set, but also early in the second set.
The last guy you want to play is Gonzalez, because I mean he's completely dictating play, and he's just hitting the ball so hard that he's He's forcing Chang to do something he's totally uncomfortable doing, which is attacking on the second serve and having to rely on his volley.
We were talking about this earlier, John. I mean, how difficult do you think this has to be on Michael Chang right now, knowing 2 sets and a break down? This is the last hurrah. This is it, his last professional tour match.
Crowd must have heard you, by the way.
They need some megaphones, you know, to get some energy just for him. He deserves that. He played with so much intensity. But he's chosen to go out. I mean, having said that, he has chosen to go out this year, and each tournament he has played, he's gotten a fond farewell, and he made it clear that this was his last U.S. Open. And so, if people, they're serious. You know, those people want to win this tournament. They're not going to take it easy on Michael here, including the umpire, and give him that call.
USOpen.org will break down all the big matches during the 2003 U.S. Open. We'll let you know the history between the two players, what each will need to do to grab the advantage, important stats about the players, much more. USOpen.org is an IBM e-business. Love 2 here in the 3rd set. Chang down 2 sets.
See, he also had Jim was another player, but he ran into the guy by the name of Sampras that made life difficult because he took away some majors Michael would have won. An example in '96 when there was that heroic effort by Sampras to get by Correia, who we're going to see coming up in the 5th set tiebreak in the quarters. It was Chang who had the opportunity in the finals, knowing that Sampras was fatigued and wasn't able to pull that off. The following year, Sampras lost early to Korda, the upset, and he had the chance against, at that point, considered, you know, a winnable match against Rafter in the semis. And Rafter actually beat him rather easily. He finished 2 and 3 in the world that year. I've seen quotes by Carl that said, there it is, he's pumped up. Anything.
That's 3.
That they figured he's 3 in the world. They just train a little bit harder. That would be the answer. Unfortunately, they overtrained. The body started breaking down. He's never been the same since.
Yeah, I think the body might have played a part in it, but I think overall the mind, after losing that opportunity in the semifinals, I think he was just crushed, sort of like Agassi was when Sampras beat him here in the finals and sort of went on a walkabout for a year and a half.
Remember Carl's staying there sitting for an hour?
Absolutely.
Chang holds 2-1, but he's still down a break. And take a look at the difference in the speed off the ground for these two players. Hawkeye system.
That's Michael Chang's shots on the right-hand side of your screen, and look at the difference, a 97 to 57.
Also where he's standing, how far behind the baseline he gets.
All right, Gonzalez, that's the forehand inside out, and here comes the drop shot. 31 mile an hour drop shot. Good Lord, 97 mile an hour forehand.
15 love. 2-1 here in the 3rd. That'll help. 5 double faults. 15 all.
Slight discrepancy there.
Goodness. That's pretty dramatic.
Well, pretty much anyone who plays Gonzalez, bar none, is going to be faced with this situation where Gonzalez is more or less dictating play. It's not easy. You need a guy who can dominate Gonzalez with his serve, or else you'll see Gonzalez with a lot more winners, a lot more errors also. I mean, he's going for an awful lot. I mean, he's only about maybe 6 feet. He's got some serious heat on that serve. Hardest serve today, 132 miles an hour. See, that's a nice play. Mix it up. The curveball with the ace.
12 aces. That closes out the game. And let's take
They
a
got to
look
rub
back
it in on me,
at,
Bill. I can tell
oh,
already.
goodness.
Yep, here it is. See?
That band.
Just
Wow.
because I said it was
Look
his
at
last
that.
match. Or,
Purple?
that's
1991.
I had all that hair back then, Jim. You see, I hit the ball almost as hard as Gonzalez. You know, so
What do you remember about this match specifically?
I don't remember a thing about it.
4 hours and 33 minutes.
That's 4 hours and 33 minutes. That's a tough way to go down.
Yeah. No wonder a little.
The one time I lost to Michael, right? You know, it was. Listen, I fought my heart out. The guy, he competed. You can see that even now. Look at him, the poor guy. He's playing, most probably, overwhelmingly likely, it's his last match, last set maybe. He's still out there fighting and clawing.
15 love, 1-3 in the third. When he won that French Open back at the age of 17, did both of you think that there would be more in his future? Are you surprised that he never won another Grand Slam?
Well, first of all, I'd say I was surprised he won that one. That was the infamous underhand serve against Lendl. Right. He pulled out a couple tough matches. 5-set wins over Lendl, Edberg, a couple other tough clay court players. But after he did win that, yeah, I would have thought he would have won another one.
It's very surprising. I can't think of any other player who's won a major in his teens and then been shut out the rest of his career. And Chang knocked on the door. He was there for many, many, many years.
.40 love. Chang holds it love. 3-2 third set at the Open. Hard hitting Fernando Gonzalez, the number 15 seed, serving against Michael Chang. Gonzalez up a break in 2 sets.
Well, he got away with a very strange looking backhand. Chang again. See, there's no confidence in his game. I mean, he hit that approach shot right back to Gonzalez. Look where he hits this. I mean, this ball should be a put away. Gonzalez has to take 1 or 2 steps to hit his best shot, his forehand.
Michael Chang in his prime would be doing all kinds of different things in this match. He would be trying to moonball.
Well, there's a different thing.
Yeah, he wouldn't stand up and try and bang the ball with this guy. He'd try and outthink him, use his weapons, which is, well, that is a great shot he hit there, but that's not a shot that he made his career on. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Did he ever look exceptionally comfortable at the net to you?
No. But he's a reasonable volley. I mean, he's got decent technique. If you get a ball that high, any professional out there should make that shot.
Michael Chang is an opportunistic volleyer. He doesn't want to volley unless he has a nice high one.
Well, that's why his approach shots used to be far superior to when they are now. He put himself in a position where he get a relatively easy volley to put away, a la Jimmy Connors. Came in at the right time.
And that's what most guys on tour these days do. Most guys, not too many serving volleyers, let's face it. Most everyone now just comes in when they're pretty much guaranteed to get an easy one. Oh, great point for Chang to get back into this set.
Now, if he breaks here, you're going to hear a nice roar.
Sure will. It's too, that's too bad. That would have been a great way to win that point.
That was too bad.
And that may be the moment we remember from this match, if it's his last.
And John, I think they've been listening to you because people are starting to get into this stadium. It's starting to fill up a little bit now. What a shot.
Showing it here on the big replay board. Gonzalez enjoyed that as well. Deuce at 3-2. He can miss big.
Yes.
There's not a lot of players, again, that come in off a second serve. So this is Chang trying to do something different. He's had some success. Gonzalez shouldn't try to hit such a hard passing shot. But
second break chance for Michael Chang.
it's a good game from Chang.
It worked, didn't it? Coming in off that second serve.
Well, Gonzalez normally goes for more heat on the second serve and just chose to spin it in rather half-heartedly. Chang took advantage.
So 3-all in the third. Mom likes it.
He certainly got himself ready nice and early there. Gonzalez stuck to one side, gave him the open court. I don't know what he's trying with that backhand. Seen that twice in 2 games. If anyone needed belief, it was Chang, and he's given him a little bit here, and the crowd, as Jim said, is getting more into this match.
Chang with only 4 winners in that second set. That's into the body, and Gonzalez feeling a little bit frustrated at the moment. 40 love.
How do you say brain cramp in Spanish? Just a question.
Michael Chang has won 12 of the last 15 points. On serve, 4-3 in the third. Agassi and Alex Corretja here at Arthur Ashe Stadium. And Fernando Gonzalez, a quarterfinalist last year, and he would meet Andre Agassi in the round of 16, and that would be quite an encounter. 30 love.
And Gonzalez had a win earlier this summer in Washington, D.C. over Agassi in the semifinals, and the low percentage play worked against the best percentage player in the game these days, Agassi.
He's had a very up and down year, Gonzalez. And he started the year miserably the first few months. He started to get on a roll. He had a chance at the French. He got to the quarters against Ferrero, who he had a 5-0 record lifetime going into. Lost that in 5. Had a good run there where he beat Agassi, we talked about at Washington, and since then has lost 3 out of 4 matches coming in. So he's hit or miss. He's had arm problems. I mean, you can see why.
Wonder why.
Let me think.
4-all now. Chang ready to serve.
Well, Gonzalez has been asked before about his style, about the hit or miss. People suggested he play better percentage tennis, and he says, no, this is me. This is who I am, and I don't care if I lose 3 first rounds in a row. I'm going to get my good results when I get hot. It's just this is the way that I'm happy to play this way. I couldn't play any other way.
Winner there.
Found his happy place.
Stepping out. That was pretty happy.
Well, you've got to go for winner there. I mean, you're so far off the court that if you don't, all the guy has to do is get the ball back in the court. But he's done that consistently.
Does that style help you or hurt you in a longer tournament, a Grand Slam over 2 weeks? Are the odds better or worse if you play a high-risk style?
You'd said that he wouldn't play as many long points, but he could get into a lot longer matches because he could have a good set and a bad one. Last year he played Schalken in the quarters. They went to a tiebreaker in the 5th set. It was a very difficult match to gauge, and emotionally it was more fatiguing mentally than it was physically.
30-15 for all. 40-15.
He's certainly a difficult guy to get rhythm against. That's for sure. So that makes him dangerous already.
40-30.
Only one thing I don't like about playing that kind of style is he's got 2 opponents out there when he plays. The other guy on the side of the net can do something to him, and he can also beat himself a lot of days, and that is where a guy like Andre Agassi has an advantage over the long term.
Chang holds 5-4 now in the 3rd. They've been playing an hour and 43 minutes. And Gonzalez serving to stay in this set. But on serve. 15 love. You're just joining us. If Michael Chang were to lose, he has said this will be his last match at the U.S. Open.
He's making the most of every point he wins.
He sure is. 30-15.
The good news is most of these fans here watching this match aren't aware of what his record's been the last couple of years. They remember the good Chang, so he's still got them convinced and believing. And that could provide some energy for him if this match were to continue into a 4th set.
Michael has not won back-to-back matches all year.
Nice loud New York cheer for an unforced error.
Yeah, but Gonzalez just doesn't seem to care. He's just going next.
That's the thing. He's not playing with a lot of intensity right now. It may cost him this set.
30 all. Crowd sensing a chance for Chang. So they're with him on every point now. 40-30.
How do you like that?
Not on the line, perfectly guided, and 5 all.
Gonzalez serve and volley. They look pretty good on that backhand volley as well. It can be a tricky shot up high. He placed it just where he wanted it. His coach Horacio de la Peña, who was a top 20, 25 player for a while in from Argentina. Crafty lefty. You don't see real too many lefties in the men's game. Maybe the highest ranked lefty in the world is right now.
Don't say Wayne Arthur.
Wayne Arthur, yeah, I was going to say that.
Actually, he's one of the highest, but Feliciano Lopez, the Spaniard,
That's right.
who's a serve and volley, a lefty serve and volley from Spain. Lefty's got to get with it. Lopez is seated, I believe, 29. Let me double check.
John, don't worry. That means you're still one of the best lefties in the world.
Yes, well, that's the good news for me.
15 all, 5 all of the third.
He is 29, Lopez.
5 aces for Chang.
Only one lefty in the seeding out of 32 seeds. If I hadn't said it already, I would have said, you cannot be serious.
Big cut at that one, and way long and outside. 40-15. 2 points for 6-5.
We might catch that.
I got it.
Oh. Come on. Whoa, almost.
Chang holds. We remain on serve in the third set. You're watching day 2 of the U.S. Open on USA. Michael Chang trying to make a last stand here in the third set against Fernando Gonzalez. Gonzalez serving at 5-6. $15 love.
Yevgeny was in trouble early. He's pulled out of trouble there in his first round match. Here goes the left.
Your lefty.
Yeah, Stepanek's dangerous.
Saying bye-bye.
he's having problems.
Lefty go bye-bye.
Speaking of driving people crazy, there's Santoro again winning another one.
$30-15. Gonzalez trying to get this set to a tie break. Let call first serve.
Very close there.
Curious shot selection, right?
Well, forehand.
He had missed that easy overhead. And he tried to hit too hard, so he decided to play it safe. But
Right.
he couldn't bear to play it too safe. So he tried to go for a big forehand. That's not a good decision. Now Chang with the real chance here.
Buzz through the crowd. 30 all. It was only 97, but was perfectly placed for his 13th ace.
That's a nasty spin, and Chang's got to look for the hard one to heat up the middle. So it's a good serve for Gonzalez.
Trying to help it out. Little hop step. It's Chang to deuce.
It's amazing how that works.
Serve and volley or a second serve?
And Chang was right there, made him pay. And a set point for Chang.
In the whiff.
Second serve.
Oh, he goes.
He topped what he just did. Yeah. The second serve is as hard as he can hit it. 115 miles per hour. But it goes in.
Wow.
It's the opposite of percentage tennis.
Yeah. We compared him to Philippoussis earlier. That's what Flipper would do. Probably got a little bracelet that says WWFD. What would Flipper do? Under pressure.
6 doubles. And a second set point for Chang.
Mark plays high percentage tennis compared to this.
Comparatively, yeah.
Yes, says Michael Chang. Gonzalez thought it caught the line.
And he'd be wrong.
It was wide. So Michael Chang has won the 3rd set 7-5. Ready to start the 4th set. And Chang with 12 winners in that set and only 3 unforced errors.
So he did have a little something to do with it.
Yeah.
It wasn't just all Fernando Gonzalez.
Well, you made an excellent point, though, that if the player can adjust who he's playing, but also Gonzalez beats himself sometimes.
Too good.
That's exactly what Michael said as he watched the ball go by him. He played a good point, but Gonzalez just had enough quickness to pull that forehand cross court and spin to bring it in.
15 all.
Do you think that brace he wears on his knee does him any good, Jim, or is it just psychological? It's hard to imagine that little strap can do a whole lot. Or if his knee's even bothering him.
It's probably just like a kind of a blanket.
Like a blanket,
you know?
for
Just comfort.
the security. He
Yeah.
sleeps with it.
30-15.
Chang has the ankle braces. He's worn those for years and years, ever since he rolled an ankle. Talk about the ultimate professional. He dotted the I's and crossed the T's all the way through.
Those tires have some incredible miles on them. Good start for Michael Chang here in the 4th. One of the folks who have won 1 slam of note. Of course, the youngsters, Ferrero, Federer.
A couple guys in there that'll probably get more than 1.
Johansson's a bit of a surprise because he's dropped way back.
Well, it was a surprise when he won it. It's sad that he's really been virtually unable to play the last year, struggling with his shoulder problem, and he's having a tough time getting him back in the game.
The guy a lot of people have trouble understanding is Marat Safin.
Yeah.
Just so much talent and
But
won here at the Open.
Well, it's what happened when you don't train very hard and you may be celebrating a little too much. So hopefully Safin will get his head back into it, because he is a great talent and he'd be excellent for the men's game.
Well, you hope he has an epiphany like Agassi had sort of midway through his career, decided to get serious about being a professional.
How about that from Chang?
One thing you'll never accuse Michael Chang of. He's gotten the most out of his talent.
Love 15. And does it again.
Look at that.
I must say Gonzalez mentally is decidedly lost it to me, and he's making Chang believe he can pull this out and take this to a 5th set. I mean, it looks just where it's headed right now.
into the body at 126, and Chang can't fight it off.
I'm certainly more concerned there than there was about 15 minutes ago.
It's that long. 30 all.
Well, 3 great serves.
Could change
Pulled that out,
yeah.
right?
That's pulling it together.
That's 14.
Sampras like.
Time of the match just over 2 hours.
Boy.
Right on the line. And 1 game all.
That quiets things.
Yeah.
Does Gonzalez have the ability to pull it back? I mean, can he, if he gets into trouble and is not consistent, can he pull it back and play more conservatively?
I suppose he could. I haven't seen him do it.
Yeah.
He probably does it in practice sometimes. But if you look at his career, Bill, in 2000, he was 115 in the world. He dropped to 135 in 2001. Now he's moved up 18 in the world. He finished last year, currently at 15. Why bother even thinking about changing right now?
15.
The answer to that would be, though, if he were able to add some variety to his game, that he could conceivably move from the top 20 position into perhaps a top 10, top 15 at least. If he were to lose this match, he got to the quarters here last year, he would drop out of the top 20. So this is a big match for Gonzalez. That's why De La Peña's on pins and needles over there.
15-30.
Wants the bonus for the Grand Slam bonus.
Nice serve from Chang, and Gonzalez goes down. 30 all.
Chang holds him with this one with his shoulder and pulls it down the line. Oh, that knee brace got in the way.
He's mad at himself that he missed that. He thought he was hit the winner. It was wide. He knows it.
40-30.
That was awfully close.
Chang holds, and on serve in the fourth. Back at the National Tennis Center, Arthur Ashe Stadium, Michael Chang in what may be his final match at the U.S. Open, and against hard-hitting Fernando Gonzalez of Chile. That's long. 1-2 here in the fourth set. Gonzalez up 2 sets to 1. And 30 love now. Bill McAtee along with John McEnroe and Jim Courier. Good to have you with us. Day 2 of the Open here on USA. Just see Michael lay back. That was a veteran play.
Oh, he guessed right, but just tried to steam that one, and then already had plenty of pace on it.
40 love.
That's where if Michael was thinking more clear, he just would have simply blocked that ball back into play. But he's at times trying to hit with Gonzalez.
Right.
Not a lot of long rallies in this match.
40-15. So Gonzalez holds, and it's 2-all now in the fourth set. And don't miss USANetwork.com's online tennis game. Play against the computer, challenge one of your friends, or square off against anyone in the nation who's looking for someone to play against. To play, log on to USANetwork.com/US Open.
Shouldn't we encourage them to watch the tennis?
Well, I was going to
instead of playing
say,
these dumb tennis games on.
leave your TV on.
Get outside and play tennis.
Get out on the court, watch this, and then go hit some forehands like Gonzalez. The good news is he doesn't make you feel as bad because he mishit some also.
15 low. Just incredible pace from Gonzalez there. One of the reasons that I asked you to about Gonzalez's ability to pull it back a little bit is the example of Tiger Woods, who was the longest guy on tour next to John Daly, and yet he knew his swing would not hold up in pressure situations. He might do well as he did at the Masters, but he wanted to win consistently. So he pulled it back. So is that something
Look how he did this year.
Well, might have pulled it back too far.
Well, there are a couple of differences, I think, that are so clear with Gonzalez if we want to do a Tiger Woods comparison. First of all, he's not anywhere near the most talented player on tour like Tiger is. And secondly, Tiger wants to win more majors than anybody in history. He wants to beat Jack. And Gonzalez, frankly, hasn't thought very much about anything other than hitting the ball hard. I don't think he has any designs on what he wants out of his career other than to just pummel the ball.
Well explained.
I think the first time he thought he had a chance to win a major was this year in the quarters at the French, because he had a 5-0 record against Ferrero, and then he couldn't pull that out. Boy, that's hard hit. Right in the corner.
Right at the feet of Chang.
And then he went back to, it's a great example, Jim says, and there is no comparison, but he went back to Chile to play an exhibition, because I was asked to play, of all people, against him on a Wednesday, and then he flies to the Wimbledon. He gets there like Saturday. Yeah. I mean, you know, that's not taking a tournament like Wimbledon seriously.
Break point. Chang saves one, still facing a second.
I just have a hard time believing that mindless tennis can withstand 7 matches over 2 weeks and actually raise a trophy of this caliber. I think at some point you got to stand up to what the moment means, and if you're not thinking about it, I don't think you're capable of doing it.
No doubt. And the crowd getting behind Michael again here, still down a break point.
Now there's the break. So Gonzalez up 2-1, and with the break here in the fourth.
Barkin.
Mikhail, yeah.
We're told that's the
Miguel Barkan.
Chilean version of Michael Barkan in the stands.
At 2 winners by Chang to open this game.
No, he's fired up.
Trying to get back on serve.
He's fired up and he just lost this thing.
No, he doesn't want to go out with a whimper. Love 30. We're told, by the way, from Michael Barkan that the little brace on Gonzalez's knee is for tendonitis. Keeps pressure on the tendon, which helps ease the pain.
Yeah, that brace has gel in it, sort of a shock absorbing quality. I think he'd need one in his elbow, don't you?
He'll have one there by next year.
Here's the brace. 30 all. Gonzalez with 2 straight points.
You can see where the tightness, I feel for him in the hip area. Chang, he just can't move the way he could before. He just can't recover either, get back in the point. Well, that serve was out. Both players knew it was out, but the linesman put unsided. The guy in the chair didn't see that. They ended up playing it, and Chang wins the point.
So deuce at 3-2. Chang could just hope.
Hope doesn't work at this level. That ball was low. He had to hit up on it, so he couldn't put much on it. Gonzalez has got variety on that forehand.
So Gonzalez 4-2 now. Andre Agassi still to come.
Michael.
Piece of paper. Ball boy's going to pick up so it doesn't blow onto the court during play. Seventh base, Michael Chang.
And 15 love. All.
The crowd just groaning at that miss. An open court. Gonzalez pretty much ready to concede that point. He did make Michael hit one more, and he couldn't get the ball in the court. This time he makes no mistake.
30-15.
73-mile-an-hour second serve there. Gonzalez just flags it.
Take the game, Michael. It's yours.
Yeah, I'm up a break in the fourth.
4-3. Terrible losing streak. I think 21 straight matches. Somewhere in that vicinity. We'll keep you updated on that match.
That was back in 2000, wasn't it?
Doesn't count.
Okay. Doesn't matter. It just was there, right?
Michael Chang.
Matter of fact, he broke that spell by beating Ruzetsky first round at Wimbledon.
That's right.
15.
So credit Spadia for getting his career and his game back together.
Big time.
He got to 19 in the world, Spadia, and dropped out of the top 200 with that horrendous losing streak, and now finds himself currently ranked 31, seeded 32.
That's some journey back.
Michael Chang, believe it or not, right now, have we already said that he's currently ranked with 222 in the world?
Oh, we didn't want to, but glad you brought it up.
He's not going to be needing a ranking to get into any tournaments.
Doesn't matter now.
Forward now. Doesn't matter.
2-9, his match record, and there's Lopez
lefty
goes down.
No lefty seeds left.
Radek Stepanek.
Stepanek is done extremely well. Another guy whose doubles was mainly known as a doubles player. Now that's helped his confidence and is now is an excellent singles player. It's like Marty Fish, another example. Maybe he can inspire some more doubles players or singles players to play doubles.
And Stepanek is being mentored and coached by Peter Korda.
Peter Korda is one of the greatest hitters of the ball in the history of this game.
Yeah, great ball striker.
Yeah, this could be one last hurrah. Now Chang 5-3 down in the fourth.
Gonzalez holds it love.
He was down a break in the third, so don't count him out quite yet.
Oh, we talked about this early in the match, but it has been some magnificent career for Michael Chang. He's given us a lot of thrills over the years here at the National Tennis Center and around the world. On top of everything else, survived a period as Jim Courier's roommate back in the juniors.
Michael Chang has been a great ambassador, no question about it. In a time when there weren't too many Asian players succeeding on tour, he was a big role model over there for the decade of the 90s.
There's an ace. That's 8. 30 love. Gonzalez apparently content to go ahead and try to serve this out. And he'll get that chance. 5-4 in the fourth. Back with more of the U.S. Open on USA in just a moment. It's Korecha. And here at Arthur Ashe Stadium, Fernando Gonzalez, the 15 seed, trying to conclude things against Michael Chang. Gets away from Michael, 15 all.
Also, his footwork there wasn't as good as we've seen so often from Chang. Ran through that forehand. Well, trying to urge him on here.
If you're just joining us, this might well be the last match of Michael Chang's career here at the Open. Should Gonzalez go on to win, so something of a historic occasion. Michael Chang, now 31. Won his first match here at the age of 15.
It's the last match of his career. He's not playing any more tournaments after this. If he loses it, this is it.
The last point. Match point for Gonzalez. 2 of them.
And that's it. Almost 2.5 hours. And that's got to be one of the tougher walks to the net for Michael Chang. Warm reception from Fernando Gonzalez. And they're on their feet for Michael Chang. So a little business, a look at this portion of the draw. Gonzalez is through to the second round.
In this section, American Taylor Dent. At the top of that, expect Gonzalez to get past Kubek, and then Dent, Davydenko. That could be a good one. Dent, one of the few serving volleyers left in tennis.
Well, the story today certainly is Michael Chang. So why don't we go down to Michael Barkan, hear what he has to say.
All right, John McEnroe, thank you very much. Michael, tell us about today as the crowd gives you one more round of applause for a Grand Slam champion and a great competitor. Tell us your emotions right now.
Am I supposed to be able to explain my emotions? You know, New York has been such a special place for me. It is the only tournament that I have ever played 17 straight times in my career. And, you know, I started my... I started my career here as a 15-year-old, and New York welcomed me. No doubt part of that had to do because I was born in Hoboken, New Jersey. But every year that I have come back, New York has welcomed me with open arms, and for me it is a pleasure to be able to play here one last time and to be able to make this my final tournament.
Well, I tell you what, it's been absolutely fantastic. We had a little ceremony last night for Pete, and also a Grand Slam champion, just a couple more titles than you. But I'll tell you what, there's no less affection from all of us here for you, and we just want to say thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
For the last time playing competitive tennis, Michael Chang.
Hoboken to Queens, not a long physical trip, but what a journey it's been for Michael Chang.
The world first took notice of Michael Chang when at 17, he became the youngest man ever to win a Grand Slam championship.
The United States can finally applaud one of their own.
And for 16 years, he was considered by his peers to be undoubtedly, without question, the fastest man on tour. And he defined the word tenacious. The U.S. Open was a special place for Michael Chang, and his 43-16 record is a testament to that. His game spoke volumes to this New York crowd, simply stating, never give up. Even when it meant the demise of their favorite son. And now we say, with respect, thank you. Michael Chang, your efforts have not gone unnoticed.
So Michael Chang, his storied career, that wonderful determination and great class by which he carried himself, will move to another chapter in his life. We feel like we've watched him grow up. It's never easy to say goodbye, but thank you so much for all the wonderful moments you gave us, Michael Chang, and we'll be back with more from the Open on USA in a moment.